Lipa in the 19th century. A 19th century book written by the Spanish ex-government official and historian Manuel Sastron gave a descriptive picture of Batangas during the era, including the glory years of Villa de Lipa. The year 1887 was when coffee production in Lipa, which was still a town, reached its peak. Queen Regent Maria Cristina of Spain issued a royal decree which gave the town the title Villa de Lipa. This effectively elevated the town into a city. Naturally, Lipa in the 19th century was far different from what it is today. Sastron wrote that the town was connected to the then town of Batangas by way of a main road that also went all the way to Laguna and Manila. There were also roads that connected Lipa to Rosario, Ibaon, and Tanawan, but these were in poor condition, especially during the rainy season. The climate in Lipa was mild if humid, Sastron noted, and this was conducive to malarial fevers during the rainy season. Large stretches of land were thickly forested, and here, people could hunt deer, wild boars, goats, wild cats, and even harmful animals. Many of these forested lands, Sastron said, had been converted into coffee plantations. Villa de Lipa's population was pegged at 40,000 people. It had 46 barrios, the most important of which were Mataas na Kahoy, Sapar, which is probably Sapak, Payapa, Luta, San Galio, Mataas na Lupa, Talisay, Sabang, Pangao, and Lumbang. It was coffee that transformed the town's fortunes. According to Sastron, coffee was first planted in Lipa around the year 1814 through the initiative of the Gobernador Cilio Gallo de los Reyes and an Augustinian priest. Production of coffee would peak in 1887 with a one-time harvest of 70,000 picos. The coffee boom brought great wealth to the families of Lipa. The houses along the main street were all built using strong materials. Hospitality was a trait of the 19th century Lipeño, so that entertainment was always being organized for guests by the town's families. A charity event, perhaps, a tour of the volcano island, a horse race, or the festive dances called bailes. The people of Lipa were never far behind in learning the current dance crazes in Europe. A baile was also an opportunity for the women to wear their best fineries and jewelries. Sastron noted that it was in Lipa where he saw not just the most number of jewelries, but also the most valuable. The horse races were no small matter, either, and horse owners boasted Arab and Australian breeds. Education was among the benefits that Lipa gave to its people. Large and well-maintained public elementary schools had been built. There were also colleges where the first 3 years of secondary education were taught. Lipa had its own court of first instance, which had jurisdiction over 8 neighboring towns. But there was no jail in Lipa since criminality was virtually non-existent. The coffee boom peaked in 1877, and Sastron attributed the industry's decline to destruction of the plants by a worm called the bayongbong. This was probably the wood-boring beetle larva. By 1895, Sastron wrote, production was practically zero. The decline of Lipa's economic might was swift, something that was felt not just in the city but also elsewhere. Sastron noted that it was most certainly painful as well to the jewelers of Manila, presumably because their most valued customers were from there. By 1895, Lipa's city status was revoked by the Spanish crown and it returned to being a municipality. Thank you for watching. If you learned from this video, please like and share so others may learn too.